2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Let's unplug the black one.
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
There we go.
Why did you do that?
It's black. It's not like the red one because it's black. The color of the immeasurable cosmos. I don't know. I do things without reason.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has 1 cable missing.
I unplugged it, so this will defrost and we can open it. Definitely leave the ice bear fridge running. There's a body in there. Maybe afterwards we can unplug it, see if there's anything in there. Ooh, drama. Insane mesh tank top. Intercom wires running into the breaker box. Did it defrost? How long does it take to defrost?
This orange machine is dead still.
Machine unplugged.
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer.
But still not strong enough. Can I open the door? Okay, he just went in. Alright, cool. 2 rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. What's this?
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
I have a flashlight. Look around the secret room. Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
There's a hole in the wall. Shine a light on the hidden compartment.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yes, I do.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
It's rifles, Kim.
Are these any good?
I don't know. Inspect them.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
Cool, I'll take it.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
Oh, okay, so I can't use it. The lieutenant notes with approval. His eyes are gleaming. I guess I could pawn it? What does this mean, a rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Says it might come useful in the future, so maybe I don't want to pawn it. Where'd you even get that one? No, really, who put it in that drawer? No further comments. Wear it at your own risk. I like drama. Let's put that on. Ball used for playing shot put. A favorite pastime of elderly gentlemen. So yeah, this will let us fix that game. 4-shot bolt action military rifle. Kim said it might come in handy, so maybe I shouldn't pawn it. Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling. Weird. Okay. Let's save.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Damaged morale.
Man's body. His skin is cold, light blue and silvery in the light of the fridge. You still have no idea where to begin, or what to even do with him.
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
I'm wondering if I should wait. Like, do I need to know what's up with the body right now?
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. Your arm reaches out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, dead flesh through the latex glove. It's right under the palm of your hand.
What is?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent, all around.
The heck? Crawl up his nostrils, put your fingers in his mouth, squeeze his nose? I guess look inside his mouth?
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop.
Mm-hmm.
You're on the right track.
Am I? Play with it? This feels right?
The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, fragile, even through the latex. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in.
Open your eyes and look.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from his throat. And there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened. An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
Say abrasion collar?
Abrasion collar.
The lieutenant looks in. There's a pen in his hand. The notebook is open at the copy paper. Touch it with your finger gently.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Put your finger in.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Brainstem.
Yes, that's what this part is called.
Okay, feel around first.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake.
Push deeper.
Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres. The ululations of the limbic system have ended. All is quiet.
There's a cavity between the hemispheres?
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Apparently we're going deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
Wriggle in?
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Ice-cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and into your finger.
I feel a solid object under the skull.
Can you get to it?
He searches his pockets for something. Inspect the skull first.
There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it, from the inside. The object that is in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
The lieutenant leans closer. I don't know if I can... Oh! Alright, maybe. Maybe I can get it.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just...
I got it.
Good, good.
The fridge in the background buzzes with excitement. Slowly pull your fingers out.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
A bullet.
The lieutenant puts a small bag marked evidence under it. Drop it in.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-calibre. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Can I have it? It's evidence.
Of course. You deserve it.
Really? The lieutenant drops the bag in your hand. It feels light.
We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
He underlines the injury forcefully. Sounds about right.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Wasn't that what we thought the last time?
That was then. This time we have extensive tissue destruction away from the wound track. This time we have a bullet.
Why hang him after shooting him? Okay.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark. New opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Treatment?
Treatment, officer, is an attempt to manipulate the body after death, to hide the real cause with a false cause. In this case,
okay.
This injury here.
Points to the mark encircling the corpse's neck. Alright, agreed.
Yes, and the belt around his neck, the hanging, even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Alright, you think so?
I did not just come up with this. I've had my doubts since you told me about that hunch, officer. Him doing something else when he died. I don't have intuition. I don't usually trust it. But it made me doubt. There have been other signs too. Small details. Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here. As we did, full-heartedly. Well, no more.
We almost fell for it, he thinks. Almost. There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
Maybe they just shot him while they hanged him? That seems weird, but...
To put him out of his misery? It's possible, but it doesn't explain all the other dubious things here. Lack of struggle, primarily. I may be intellectually sloppy, but I prefer one theory at a time. And this just smacks of treatment to me.
Who would do this?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Why would they do it?
To hide something. The real killer, the real motivation, what really happened here.
I think I need to wash off.
Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
If I have enough money to pay the guy, which right now I don't. Maybe the bullet holds more answers?
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
What happens next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
What'll I do in the meanwhile?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
Aww.
The word lingers in the air of the basement. Far away, ice cream makers are buzzing, and the sea wind blows outside. Detective.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks, and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
Okay, good. I was very concerned that Kim was just going to take him and leave. All right, let's wait, because I need to try and get the armor off of him. Let's close the door. And I had other things I wanted to do with Kim. I can't believe how much is down here. Maybe we should go back the... Well, no. Oh.
An old call box with a matrix. East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
Oh, the boxing for young athletes in gym.
All you hear is static, but no one answers the call.
This is the fashion atelier, which is gone.
You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers the call.
And then Ice City is the ice bear.
Silence. No one answers the doorbell.
Let's just push all the buttons, shall we? Slipstream?
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything. You can almost hear them breathe.
Hello? Anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
A woman's voice, cracking and fragile through the static.
Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly.
Hold on, I thought I was calling Slipstream SCA. This is Tricentennial Electrics?
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Sorry?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Are we imagining this voice? Do we know each other?
Michelle, just please.
She stops and you can hear her breathe heavily, her breath distorted by ancient static.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Of course I care. I've been going through some tough stuff.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Forget about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry.
Hello?
She doesn't answer.
You said it was nice. What's so nice about forgetting?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
What? What just happened?
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
Okay, bye. Hang up.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
Fortress accident?
Silence. No one's home at Fortress accident.
East Delta pinball?
Silence. No one answers your call.
Volition. Huh. Andrew Orlando Hare?
You ring the doorbell, but no one answers. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Main hall building A?
An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid game.
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
Oh, I'll try to impersonate Kuno. I'm investigating the doomed commercial area just like we discussed. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were...
There's a spot of static that overrides her words.
But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
Alright. Let me take a look at my stuff. Fractured bullet. Oh!
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found. Beside his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny, shriveled head of cauliflower.
What do I do with you, Bullet?
What?
The lieutenant steps closer. I said, what do I do with you, Bullet?
Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not, I would say find the weapon that shot me.
That sounds like a good idea.
If we find who owns it, we will have likely found who used it, possibly to kill our victim. In conclusion, the more we know about this bullet of yours, the better.
Feel the bullet through the bag?
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag.
Inspect the bullet closer.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
Look at the jacket.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
And the core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound.
What can you say about the bullet so far?
Jacketed bullet, close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader like those typically found on the streets of Martinez. Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Something tells you that won't be anytime soon. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while.
Hand-eye coordination.
The bullet is still safely sealed away. You can't remember what happened last week. What makes you think you're...
What? Is there anything to do with
An
this?
intricate web of... It still kind of looks like a map of the star for you to discover. You've got to... Someone close to the victim might know.
Someone close? Oh, we already asked. Okay. Load game.
The bullet is still safely sealed. A rifle, Revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique.
Make.
The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago. Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you, the dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area. It's unusable, sadly. If it were, The bullet would probably fit the chamber.
Is anyone still making these?
No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
Who uses these rifles these days?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache, only in working order.
What are you thinking? Bullet?
The lieutenant jotted something down in his notebook. I think I know where this came from.
Okay. And?
Probably a Belmagrave rifle.
An antique. That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or anywhere in Ravachol, really.
Why not?
Sure, there's some arms trafficking, but the laws prohibiting the use of breech loaders we inherited from the monarchy have been effective, from what I've seen. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
Worth what?
Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier. But back to the investigation.
Seems we're looking for an antiques enthusiast? Guerrilla fighters? Jamrock bangers? Let's try antiques.
Doesn't seem that likely, but we'll check out all possible leads. Next step, finding the gun itself.
Okay.
An old call box. East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the next. No. Hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it. Find something else to do.
But I want hysteric emotions. I have a skill point, don't I? Still seems unlikely. No one's saying you're an actual superstar, and the groupies in cocaine riddled with hepatitis C strikes a lionesque pose with a mic kind of way. You're not a Guillaume Le Million or Davy Dewis. No, you're a metaphorical superstar. You bring that rock and roll authenticity and passion to a line of work where people don't expect or want to see it. Where some would say it doesn't belong, law enforcement. Internalize.
An old call box with a make. Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and... Alright, maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner.
Call her again.
There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker. There's the static again, whispering like a seashell pressed against the air.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
It's me again. I wanted to talk to you.
My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
Please don't hang up. I just want to explain myself.
It's you.
Before you can finish your sentence, the voice continues speaking.
My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Are you repeating your words?
Michelle, just please.
Even her breathing, the way her voice drops when she finishes the sentence sounds exactly the same.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Is this some kind of joke?
It doesn't matter what I say, you're just gonna continue, right?
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box.
Who's responsible for this joke?
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
Say nothing.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget about you.
And then it hits you.
You're recording.
She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder. Real or not, your mirror neurons react. It feels painful to be listening to this.
Why does it still feel like it's my fault?
Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going.
Keep listening.
The phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds.
Anyone there?
No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow, crawling inside your head. Her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilot lights watch your shape in dark hallways, guttering.
So...
The strange alien thought pattern ends. The lieutenant cuts in, inspecting the intercom.
It was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve.
A recording trapped in the circuitry?
Mm-hmm. I don't have time to explain it to you right now. Maybe sometime later.
What? He looks at the sea, almost wistful. Something weird just happened.
Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
That is true.
Okay. Let's go give these guys their ball back. Wait, can I get... Okay, I think I can get back in there. I hope I can get back in there. Oh, what's this? There's something down there. Okay.
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
Case solved.
Cracked it. All in a good day's work.
What did I crack exactly?
What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
It's her husband, the missing husband?
Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit.
Oh my god. This doesn't... I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found, right now.
Okay. After I give you your ball back.
We are still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking.
I found you a new bull.
What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
The old veteran stares at the shot put ball in silence and speaks in a reserved voice.
Now, no need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
Well, I really did try.
Trying is worth as much as is accomplished. In this case, almost nothing. Fine. You try to right a wrong. It's still a gram better than actual nothing.
Aww.
He mumbles something to himself. It seems to be a variety of curses.
Can you tell me something about this rifle?
It's a Bell McGrave. 4.46 caliber. Breech loading. Revachol made. Good weapon. Accurate and reliable. This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
In the basement, point at the bookshelf. Can't divulge. What do you mean, fine? This is my rifle. Point at the bookshelf. At the bookshop.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
Thank you anyway. I found your husband. He's right here on the steps. And I read about cockatoos. I found your husband.
God damn it, I already told you. My husband isn't missing.
You said you didn't know where he was.
And I specifically added that I didn't need to know where he was.
Well, I found him nevertheless. I'm that good.
Very well then. Where is he?
She's getting impatient, her hands now picking on a random book cover. There, point to the working class drunk down near the sea.
Excuse me? I don't follow.
She blinks.
There's something else hiding in her voice, though. A trace of worry.
I found a working class drunk and I thought he might be yours.
Right, 'cause working class women come with alcoholic husbands. You know what?
She glances over your shoulder towards the drunk.
Remember, about that what. Never ever say what.
What?
You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one.
Didn't you say he was kind and helpful?
I did, and he is. He's also an alcoholic.
She takes a step back. So he's missing.
No, he's not. Or maybe he is, I don't know. He's probably in the park or in Shamrock somewhere, drinking with his friends.
She looks away.
I haven't seen him for... Well, to hell with him.
She's completely forgotten about her books, staring blank into the distance instead.
There. She's worried now.
Kim, do we have a missing persons case here?
I wouldn't be so sure.
He turns to face the working class woman.
Ma'am, just to be completely clear, do you want to report it to the police?
Report what? He's just out drinking with his friends. I'm sure the police has better things to do than to chase down local goofballs.
No, the RCM is ready to chase down every goofball in town. We care about you.
She sighs, but you can detect a slight hint of gratitude and relief from her face.
All right, go ahead. Do you have any questions?
What does your husband look like?
Honestly, not that different from you.
So he's disco?
Oh, thank God, no. It hasn't come down to this yet.
She nearly begins to laugh. Why did you say your husband resembles me then?
Well, he's slightly chubby.
I see. What else?
What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn. I made it myself.
She sighs, her voice slightly quivering when she adds,
It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change. I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it?
She looks back at you, shaking her head. Well, if the jacket's really that cool.
Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold.
She's thinking about him out in the cold, in some park, or on the coast. And it's making her more and more worried.
When did you last see him?
Yesterday morning. He went to the library. He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home.
Her eyes become cold with recollection.
Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction. Just makes me feel weak.
Gone for around 36 hours then. Damn, this is a missing persons case. She turns away from you in an attempt to recover.
I got it, thanks.
So you are going to look for him?
She genuinely wants you to now. Don't make her ask.
Yeah, I'll bring him back home.
Thank you. Please do. Even though I'm sure he will return home by himself. I'm still sure of that.
You sense gratitude in her voice, nonetheless.
She tries to maintain a brave front, even though her eyes reveal the opposite.
I'm sure he will too. When he does, would you let Precinct 57, Kim Kitsuragi, know?
He gives her a slip of paper.
I will. Of course, officer. As I said, it's probably nothing.
The woman takes the slip of paper. It's a phone number. Anything else?
Right. What about him?
No.
She gives you a short nod before returning to her books.
You're right that I'm a cockatoo.
Excuse me?
I went and read up on them, just like you said, and I decided on what kind of cockatoo I am. You want to know?
I don't know. The most talkative one?
She's ready to put that question aside. No, I'm the major majestic cockatoo.
The what now?
The major majestic cockatoo. It's the most impressive one.
You truly are one strange cop, aren't you?
She slowly shakes her head.
I have a strange cop offering to find my stupid husband. What a day.
I am shining this light everywhere. Okay, so can I go inside? So plenty of stuff that I wanted to explore. Okay, what were we? That's right. Looking around here. Oh, is this Emma's Altier? Oop, money. Good. Can we get in here? 6 with slipstream printed on the laminated top layer. Steel rotor blades bearing a slipstream logo.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
I don't get it.
Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
Which did they start with and which did they pivot to?
That's a good question.
What a strange leap of imagination, and yet they still failed.
Reality is ruthless.
Ouch. Ouch! What's that? Production. Oh, filament memory. Okay. Well, let's check these walls before I mess with that thing again.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawings?
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin. One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine the welkin.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
Why would anyone spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
But who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
One of them's a Welkin supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
The lieutenant nods at the Welkin's facial hair. Well, this has been educational. Let's move on from the Welkins.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
And for what? All gone.
Inspect the photos?
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, Wirral Untethered, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Inspect the schedule?
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal.
What happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
The lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field of nothingness.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Inspect the notes?
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral Untethered," and "Heat Death of the Universe." The full text reads, "Heat death of the universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
Let's check out this one.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. A diagram for summoning some time-forgotten being. The symbols seem very esoteric. The whole thing resembles Cadran mosaic tiles. Very pesantic.
Hold on, how do I know what Cadran mosaic tiles are supposed to look like?
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Radio frequencies for what?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
So, is this something medical?
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled The Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
Wait, who's the game master?
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people.
I gotcha.
A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Ilmara. All of this is gone, left unrealized.
This sounds awesome.
There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
Are you sure?
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Oh. The lieutenant leans closer, his finger tracking the maddening Rhizome? Why do you say that?
The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
He nods at the calendar on the chalkboard, wiping his marker-stained fingers clean. So they thought, too big, further funding. What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Okay, I see this, and I need to know what it is. Okay, we're not going through... Ah! Kim wants to talk to me.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Someone tried to exorcise the curse using technology. An undercover counterintelligence program. It's a failed business. What the hell are they making, though?
Yes, that is the question.
The lieutenant takes a step back, steepling his hands.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it. Make it work on radio computers.
Utter madness, he thinks. As a compliment.
How are they planning to do that?
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Sounds like a massive job. Has anyone ever done this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an inter-isolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
And this was a role-playing game?
Indeed. Those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the Wirral board game, with hit death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real, immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
Yeah, seriously. What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
I see.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
The lieutenant tilts his head, thinking. They were insane if they thought they could do this. It was a play to cheat money out of their investor's pocket. The curse got them. I see no other explanation. The world is cold and lonely. This would keep it company. Let's finish it. Do we have any money? Let's give them more money so they can finish it and make it even bigger.
It's too late for that, I'm afraid.
A half smile breaks out on his face. He looks around the derelict room. The pipes howl and a rat crosses the floor.
Okay, let's keep moving.
It sounds super cool. I am going to do the filament thing. I am going to do that, but there was something. I saw something! This. Where is this? Where is it? Up the stairs. We didn't go up the stairs. Okay, we have to come back.